welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I'm Sophie and well, this is my channel. Hi. Hoy estoy en Mallorca. It's the biggest of the Balearic Islands, which are 4 islands I think, 4 Spanish islands. They're just off the coast of Spain, kind of near Barcelona. So in this video I'm basically going to be showing you things to do in Alcudia, because that is the area of the island which I am staying in, and I'm going to be mentioning day trips that you can go on from Alcudia without having to hire a car, as I feel like when I was trying to look for travel videos on Mallorca on YouTube, all the decent ones seem to be like people hiring and renting out a car and using the car to get around the island. But I don't drive, and neither do my parents, and I'm here with them on a family holiday, so yeah. Thought I'll show you some places you can get to without renting a car and how to get there in case you guys don't want to rent a car. I'm going to show you some food to eat, just going to show you some things to do in Mallorca, and yeah, basically this video is going to be the video which I wished that I had found before coming to Alcudia. So hopefully you'll find it very, very useful. But before I jump into the video, very, very quickly, I'm just going to talk about where I'm staying. I'm not going to give you a room tour or anything because you have not clicked on this video to see the villa that I'm staying in. But I just thought I would mention, in case you are interested and you are looking for somewhere to stay, I am staying in Villa Loretta, which is kind of near Playa de Muro. So it's not near the port of Alcudia, it's down quite far away from the port. Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful villa. It has a watchtower. I'll quickly show you the view from the watchtower and then we're going to jump into the video. This is our view from the watchtower. Mira, montañas, las montañas, quiero subirlas. But they don't look like you can hike them. I can't see anyone walking up them. It would be nice if you could hike them, if they're safe to hike. Cool. Y más montañas, and I don't know what that is. That's not very pretty, is it? But anyway, you did not click on this video to see a tour of my villa. I'm just obsessed with the watchtower, so I thought I'd show you it anyway. Like, the view from it is amazing. You would know, I just showed you. But yeah, I'm going to go explore Alcudia now in Mallorca and get on with this video. But it is very hot up here, so just before I do that, I think I'm going to go for a dip in the pool. But of course, whilst you're in Mallorca, you don't just want to go swimming in your pool, you also want to take advantage of the beautiful beaches here. And Alcudia has a very beautiful beach where you can take a lovely dip in the sea, and it is called Playa de Muro. I think that's what it's called. I'll leave it all down below. And it is so beautiful. Like, look, mountains over there as well. You can go swimming with the mountains. Like, what more do you want? Although there's no fish here, at least I haven't seen any yet, and that's very annoying because I bought a snorkel hoping that I could go snorkeling, and I can't see any fish. I'm very disappointed. But there's also a big bridge over there, well, a pier, not a bridge, a pier that you will often see when you type in Alcudia to Google. It's like the first thing that comes up, and you will see the pictures when there's no one on it. But of course, it's actually very busy, so yeah, not like that at all. Hi guys, so we have come to Albufera National Park, and we're just at this lovely viewing point right now, and you can see the mountains, and we're hoping that we can see lots of interesting animals. We did walk here from our villa, as our villa was quite close to it, but there is a bus that goes along the main road, so I'm sure you could get a bus closer to the national park if you didn't want to walk there. But let's see what we see. guys, so change of scenery for a bit. As you can tell, I'm back home from Mallorca. I'm currently in my room whilst filming this in Basildon, but do not worry, there are still plenty more clips from Majorca to come. I've still got plenty more to show you, but I thought now was the perfect time to mention some of the day trips we went on when staying in Alcudia. But first of all, I would just like to mention, I think I may have mentioned it in my intro already, I'm not sure, that we didn't have access to a car. None of us have a driving license, myself, nor my parents, nor my brother. So all of these day trips I'm going to mention are to places you can get to easy enough from Alcudia without renting a car. But there are still plenty more things to do on the island than what I mentioned here, with or without a car. And if you do have a car, it does make things a lot easier, as there were some places that I would have liked to go to, but when I was trying to research how to get there without a car, it was just a bit of a hassle. Like, for example, I used the Old Town apps, which someone had recommended to me to find a hiking route. So I went on there, found a hiking route that looked kind of really nice, was near a beach, was easy, looked super nice. But when I looked at the starting point, I couldn't get there because it would take me 2.5 hours with a bus, but getting 2 buses, but one of the buses only run like every 3 or 2 hours. So if I were to miss the bus, I would be stuck, and even from the bus point there was still like a long walk until you actually start the hike. So yeah, just if you are able to rent a car and you do want to see quite a bit of the island and there is quite a lot that you want to do, then that may be something worth considering. But if you don't want to rent a car, or you cannot rent a car, there are still plenty of things to do on the island, and they are very easy to reach from Alcudia using the public transport, or of course there are excursions that you can do where they'll take you to certain places. So the first trip we went on was actually to Alcudia. Wait, say what? Day trips from Alcudia, and I'm just telling you we went to Alcudia for a day trip. We went to Alcudia Old Town for a day trip, and I'm going to include it in as a day trip because from Playa de Muro we had to get a bus. Like, I think it would have taken us like at least over an hour and a half to walk there. I don't think I realised how big the area of Alcudia was until I got there. It all just looks so much smaller on a map online, but no, from Playa de Muro we took a bus. So yeah, this is what we got up to in Alcudia Old Town. Alcudia Old Town has beautiful churches, Roman ruins, a city wall which you can walk along, which has some scenic views, and a market every Tuesday and Sunday morning. We took the bus number 352 to get to the Old Town. So we also went to Pollença and Puerto de Pollença. We went to both of these on different days, just so we had enough time to explore a bit of both. Puerto de Pollença is the next tourist resort over from Alcudia, and we actually preferred it to Alcudia, or at least the part of Alcudia we were staying in the Playa de Muro region. We never actually did go up to Puerto de Alcudia. We did walk in that direction one time to look and maybe go have some dinner up there, but yeah, we walked for like 50 minutes and it still told us we had like half an hour, so we ended up stopping off and eating somewhere else along the way, and didn't really see the point of paying to go get a bus there when we went and got a bus to Puerto Pollença anyway, so we'd still seen a Mallorcan port, I guess. But yeah, we preferred it because it was kind of all much more together, and all the restaurants were right near each other. You didn't have to really walk as far, and yeah, there was a promenade by the beach, whereas now my Playa de Muro, there is nothing really along the beach. There's nowhere to walk, and my mum doesn't like sound because it gives her allergic reactions to yeah, she has an allergic reaction, like her feet, I don't know, they come up in like rashes and stuff. So yeah, and there's no restaurants along the beach or anything in Playa de Muro. Like, they're kind of on the main road, which is near the beach, so you don't get that nice kind of beach view. But we noticed in Puerto Pollença there's loads of restaurants along the beach, so you can sit down and have a view of the sea. The only thing that there really is with a nice view in Playa de Muro area is the Royal Beach Cocktail Bar, which is like right on the beach. But other than that, everything's away from the beach. So yeah, I'm rambling on. Point is, we preferred that, so maybe if you haven't booked your trip to Alcudia already, you might want to have a little research into Puerto Pollença. But I don't know, maybe Puerto de Alcudia is actually really nice, but I haven't been, so I wouldn't know. Only saw it from a boat, on a boat tour. So anyway, to get to Puerto de Pollença, we had to take the bus 352 from Playa de Muro. I think I've said we stayed there about a million times. I need to stop. How many times can I say Playa de Muro in one video? Like, how many times am I going to say it? I don't know. But anyway, we got the bus from there. The bus stops are super easy to find. They're red and they say tip on the side, and the buses are super noticeable. So yeah, we got the bus 352 from Playa de Muro, which went up through the port of Alcudia, up through Alcudia Old Town, and then a few other stops on the way to the port of Pollença, which I don't even know what the other stops were. Stopped off at some hotels and stuff, but yeah, super easy. And yeah, that's how you get to the port of Pollença. And then if you want to go on and keep going further to Pollença, you get off the bus at Port of Pollença and then change over and get the 354, I think is the one we got. But there's a big timetable there, so you can check. And yeah, there's a toilet at the bus station. Not a very nice toilet, but there is a toilet if you need a pee. There is one there. The light switch doesn't work in the woman's though, and there was no soap. And a brown mark on the floor. I don't want to think about what that brown mark smeared on the floor was, but yeah. So anyway, if you do want to see what we got up to in Puerto Pollença and Pollença, make sure you hit that big red subscribe button down below and turn that notification bell on, because I will be uploading that video very soon. But anyway, on to the next day trip that we went on, and of course we went to Palma, because who goes to Mallorca and doesn't go to Palma? Like, I don't know. There was no way I was going to Mallorca and not going to Palma. I'd wanted to see that cathedral in Palma for so long, so I was definitely going. Even if my parents and brother didn't want to go with me, I was getting that bus by myself and going, and they would just have to understand that I was spending a day without them on the family holiday. But anyway, we got the bus 351 from, again, Playa de Muro, which again went through the port of Alcudia. It goes up along the main road to get there, and then to Alcudia Old Town. Also stopped off at a hospital in Inca, and then finally arrived in Palma at this big massive bus station that was also the train station. And yeah, went to Palma. One thing I do want to say about Palma very quickly is that if you do go to Palma, try and avoid going on a Monday if you can. I really wish that we'd done our research beforehand on Palma. Like, I'd watched a few YouTube videos where people were saying what there was to do in Palma, and I made a list of things that I wanted to do as well. But I didn't look at when stuff was open. Luckily, the Cathedral de Majorca was open, which I guess it would be because everyone wants to see that, and they get all these cruise ships coming in for a day, and people just probably get off the cruise ships and go straight there because everyone wants to go see it. But a lot of things in Palma are shut on a Monday, so unfortunately I didn't get to go to the Belvedere Castle, which I wanted to go to. And then when we were trying to look for something else to do, we were like looking on TripAdvisor, and like I was just screenshotting random things that were coming up with good reviews, and everything just seemed to be closed on a Monday though when we were trying to look for alternatives. We saw a museum on our way to find something, so we had a look. It was closed. We saw a palace. It was closed. Eventually we ended up in a church. Of course, there are also plenty of guided tours that you can do in Mallorca. I only noticed two tour companies in Alcudia, one of them being No Frills Excursions, which seem to be a bus company where they take you on a bus to different places. They seem to have a lot of trips when I looked at their leaflet, but I did not go on any of these trips, so I cannot recommend them or not, but I have noticed they are on TripAdvisor, so if you want to go, then you're obviously best having a look at their website to see what trips they've got, and then having a look at the reviews of those trips on TripAdvisor. And the other company that I noticed running tours in Alcudia was Alcudia Sea Trips, which as you can guess are like boat trips. I think they had about 6 trips. I did actually go on one of these trips. We went on the one to Cap Formentor. So we come on a boat tour, and the way to get into the sea is to go down the side. The one thing I would say about Alcudia Sea Trips though before you book is to check their website, because at the time we were booking they had a 10% discount when booking online. I don't know if that's something they offer all year round or if it was just because it was high season, I don't know. One thing I would definitely say though, if you are going to book online with Alcudia Sea Trips, is that you call them up and you double check what time your boat is leaving the port, because the times on their website were not right. At least for our trip they were not right. I don't know about the others. It said that our boat was leaving at 11:55. My dad got a confirmation email saying that it was leaving at 11:55. We got there a bit early as we had breakfast beforehand, so just head straight down. We were there at 11:45 and the boat was already there and people were boarding it, and my dad was pretty sure that it couldn't be ours, but I spoke to the woman and I was like, oh the one at 11:55, and she was like, there is no one at 11:55, there's a one at 11:45, and when they checked our email, that was our boat. So yeah, and we were the last people to get on the boat before it left, so if we had turned up at the time that our email said, or just 5 minutes early, because I like to be 5 minutes early for all tours, yeah, we wouldn't have actually made our boat, and I don't know if they would have given us the money back for that or what, but yeah, just call up and double check that the times are right, because clearly they've got some mistakes on their website that they need to sort out. So that's all of the trips that we went on. So now I guess I'm going to talk about food, because I'm pretty sure, if I can remember correctly, I haven't watched back the intro for this video that I filmed, but I'm pretty sure I said that I was going to give you some food recommendations, so I guess I kind of need to do that. And well, we did eat a lot of food, and me and my mum also drank a lot of sangria.
Cheers.
Anyway, I would obviously recommend that you do try some of the local cuisine. You know, try some of the Spanish food, but also try some of the Mallorquina food. Try a paella, have a Spanish omelette, but also maybe try something like an ensaimada, is that how you say it? I can't remember. They're like these round pastries, which I had for breakfast, although from Spa, so probably not the best place to have them, from the local supermarket, but it was still like freshly baked. Would definitely recommend if you're like going to a cafe, maybe having that for breakfast if there's a nice cafe about where you would get it nice, especially in Palma. I noticed there's a lot of shops selling those in Palma, so if you're in Palma for breakfast, yeah, try that maybe from one of the kind of cafe type places. Would also recommend Fidia. I'm gonna write it here because I don't know how to say it, but it's basically like a paella but with pasta instead of rice, and it's like these kind of like thin, longer pieces of macaroni. The waiter in our restaurant, well, not the waiter, but the person who stands outside who tries to sell you the restaurant and tries to get you to come inside, told us that that was a dish typical of Majorca, but when I googled it, Wikipedia said it's from Pollença, so I'm really not sure. Maybe it was just like a Mallorcan recipe, like a recipe typical of the island, because the picture that I did see on Wikipedia, the pasta did look slightly different, so maybe they used different pasta and slightly different stuff in Mallorca. I don't know, but it tasted good. But anyway, if you are vegetarian, there is something that is typical of the island that you can actually try, which is actually quite a nice surprise, because Spain is, you know, most of their dishes revolve around meat and fish, so it was quite a nice surprise to find a vegetarian dish that tastes nice, that's typical of the island. So yeah, if you're a vegetarian and you still want to try some local food, there is something you can try. There's tumbet, which I'm pretty sure might be vegan as well, because it must be, because it's just potatoes like cooked underneath like aubergine and courgette and like a tomato sauce, and there's onion and stuff in there, and oh, it's so delicious. And yeah, I think I said I was going to recommend certain restaurants as well, but I feel like this video is just way too long, so all I'm going to say is that if you are interested in any particular restaurants, I'll leave the link to my TripAdvisor account down below, because I've reviewed, I think, pretty much everywhere we ate I left a review for, so you can check it. And yeah, or you can just do your own research into restaurants. You don't have to go follow me over there if you don't want to, like I'll just leave it down there in case you are interested. But yeah, anyway, that's it for this video. Make sure you hit that big red subscribe button down below, follow me on Instagram and all of that stuff. Give it a like, this video a like, so that I know that you enjoyed it, and comment and all of that lovely stuff, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye!